Hey everyone, welcome to Bioterminal Classroom with IoT. So this is the third edition of the Bioterminal Classroom video series, and before we had Bioterminal Classroom with Arduino and Bioterminal Classroom with ArduPi. So if you have not checked those videos still, you can go ahead and visit the URL in the video description down below to check those videos. But in this video series, I will mainly explain about how to use the Bioterminal as an IoT device. So how can you use Bioterminal as an IoT device? So it's all possible because of the Realtek RTL8720DN chip on the Bioterminal. This allows for Wi-Fi and Bluetooth connectivity. So if you follow along in this video series, you'll be able to build IoT projects with Bioterminal. So in this first video, I will explain about how to flash the firmware into this chip and also scan for nearby Wi-Fi networks and Bluetooth devices. So without further ado, let's jump straight into the video. At first, I will give a brief introduction about IoT. So IoT stands for Internet of Things, and it is a system of physical devices connected to the Internet. So these physical devices are embedded with sensors, software and other technologies. These devices exchange data with other devices and systems over the Internet. It's possible to change any device into an IoT device, such as a light bulb that can be controlled with a smartphone over the Internet, or a smart thermostat which sends temperature information to the cloud over the Internet. So Bioterminal becomes an IoT device because of the inbuilt Realtek RTL8720DN chip. So this is the Realtek RTL8720DN chip which is used for IoT. So Bioterminal can be connected to the Internet using this chip via Wi-Fi communication. Also, this chip enables both Wi-Fi and Bluetooth connectivity. So here you can see some specifications of this chip. So it consists of two CPUs and Wi-Fi supports these protocols. Also, Wi-Fi works in 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz. Bluetooth supports BLE 5.0 and it supports encryption standards such as AES, DES and SHA. Now let's look at how to communicate with the RTL8720DN chip. So the ATSAM D51 chip, which is the main microcontroller of the Bioterminal, is connected to the RTL8720DN chip like this. So this connection consists of two data lines, and this is the transmitting end of the ATSAM D51 chip and this is the receiving end of the RTL8720DN chip. So the data is sent from the transmitting end to the receiving end, and the transmitting end of this chip sends data to the receiving end of this chip. So this kind of communication is called as a UART communication. So UART stands for Universal Asynchronous Receiver Transmitter. So it is a simple bidirectional serial data transmission. So as you can see from here, it uses two data lines, which is TX for transmitting and RX for receiving. So this communication method operates at full duplex, where data can be sent and received at the same time. So we call it asynchronous because the communication is not dependent on a synchronized clock signal between the two devices communicating together. So now let's go ahead to set up the RTL8720DN chip to enable Wi-Fi and Bluetooth connectivity on the Bioterminal. So first we need to update the firmware on the RTL8720. So make sure to update this to the latest firmware before using it for the first time. So previously I have explained to you that the SAM D51 chip and the RTL8720DN chip communicates with each other using UART communication. So here, if we want to flash the firmware into the RTL8720DN chip, we need to enable this UART communication between these two chips. So to do that, we will use Arduino. So first let's download this .uf2 file. After that, connect Bioterminal to your PC via USB connection. Then enter the bootloader mode by sliding down on the switch from off position to on position and then slide the switch further away from on position and let it go, and then slide again and let it go. So make sure to slide this switch as quickly as possible, because otherwise the wire terminal will not enter the bootloader mode. So once the wire terminal enters the bootloader mode, you should see a drive named Arduino appeared in your PC. So it will appear on your PC like this. So go into this drive and then copy the .uf2 file which we just downloaded and paste it inside this drive. So once you do that, you will see Burn RTL8720FW appeared on the wire terminal LCD. So if you also can see this message, that means the wire terminal has successfully entered the flashing firmware mode. Also, if you are interested in the source code of this .uf2 file, you can visit this URL and find the source code here. Now let's download the latest RTL8720 firmware by following this URL. Then select the latest firmware. So in this case, this is the latest firmware. So click it and now it's downloaded. After that, let's move on to flashing this firmware to the wire terminal. So first we need to download the CLI tools by following this URL and go to code and select download zip. And then go to your downloads folder and you will see the RTL8720 firmware file and the AMBD flash tool as .zip files. So let's extract these files. So extract here, right click and then extract this also and delete these two files. Now open PowerShell in your computer if you are on Windows and open Terminal on your computer if you are on Mac or Linux. So here I will be using PowerShell because I'm on Windows operating system. And next navigate to the location of this AMBD flash tool. So let's go to downloads and AMBD flash tool master, and now we are inside this folder. So let's type ls to see the contents inside this folder, and you can see there is ambdflashtool.exe and ambdflashtool.py. So if you're on Windows, you have to use this .exe file, and if you're on Mac or Linux, you need to use this .py file. So let's run this command /ambdflashtool.exe and press enter, and you will see the help usage. So as you can see, you can use two commands. One is erase and one is flash. So erase is to erase the existing firmware and flash is to flash new firmware. So now let's erase the existing firmware by typing /ambdflashtool.exe space erase and press enter, and it will start erasing the firmware. So this process will take some time, so please be patient and do not close any windows. Now if you see this message, that means you have successfully erased the existing firmware. So now we will move on to flashing the firmware that we have downloaded before. So type /ambdflashtool.exe space flash -d and space and specify the location of the firmware folder. So that's in users, user, downloads, and this folder which is 2020 v 2.0.1, this folder, and press enter, and now it will start flashing this new firmware to the RTL8720. So now if you see this message, that means you have successfully flashed this firmware. Here I want to briefly explain the process if you are using Mac or Linux. So as I have told you before, you will be using the ambdflashtool.py file, and you need to run this command first, And to run this command, you need to make sure that you have Python 3 installed on the computer. So you can visit this URL to download Python. And to erase the initial firmware, you need to execute this command. And to flash the downloaded firmware, you can execute this command. Finally, we need to download and install the necessary Arduino libraries. So we will be needing these 4 Arduino libraries. So let's visit each of these URLs. And download them as zip files. Once they have finished downloading, go to Arduino and go to Sketch, Include Library, Add.zip library, and point to the location of the downloads and install all the 4 libraries. So repeat the same process for the rest of the 3. So now we have successfully installed all the libraries necessary to use the RTL8720 on the VAIO terminal. Now let's go ahead and write our codes to scan the available Wi-Fi networks and the Bluetooth devices and display them on the serial monitor. So first we need to include the libraries that we have installed before. So include the Wi-Fi library and include the Bluetooth libraries. Next, initialize a variable to store the scan time for Bluetooth. So this 5 means 5 seconds. Next, create a buffer to allocate memory. Next, create a class to get the MAC addresses of Bluetooth devices available. Inside the setup, start the serial communication by typing. Next, type this to wait until the serial monitor is opened. Finally, add a delay. Next, do the Wi-Fi setup. So let's configure Wi-Fi as station mode. Next, disconnect from an access point if it was previously connected. Now let's move on to the Bluetooth setup. So initialize Bluetooth by typing. Then create a new scan. Next, set the device callbacks. After that, set to active scan, but in this case active scan uses more power, but you can get much faster results. Then specify a scan interval. Finally, set the window and make sure this is less than or equal to the scan interval. Next, let's move on to the loop. So inside the loop, we will first scan for Wi-Fi networks. and display the following text string and create a variable to store the number of Wi-Fi networks found. Next, we will move on to printing a string if no networks are found. However, if networks are found, print the number of networks found. Next, iterate the networks found in the loop. After that, let's move on to printing the SSID and the RSSI for each network found. Next, print whether the network is password protected or not. Then add a delay. After that, print these. Now let's move on to Bluetooth scanning. Scan for Bluetooth devices and print the MAC address. Next, print the number of Bluetooth devices found. After that, print the following strings. Then delete results from PBLE scan buffer to release memory. After that, print an empty line. Finally, add a delay to wait before scanning again. Finally, upload this code to the VAIO terminal. Now open the serial monitor. So as you can see, it's successfully scanning the available Wi-Fi networks and the Bluetooth devices. So that's it for this video. If you guys like this video, please give a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay updated with us. So see you guys in the next video.